We will now solve quadratic equation by completing the square. Now, in completing the square, please remember this formula. B over 2 quantity squared. That formula we will use in solving quadratic equation by completing the square. Now, let's have the steps in solving quadratic equation by completing the square. We have first, we have the given. Then second, we have to transform the given equation into this form. Ax squared plus bx is equal to negative c. Once you transfer, again the sign will change. Third, divide the equation by a, given in the example. Here, ax squared divided by a plus bx divided by a equals c over a. Fourth, determine the value b, then apply the formula b over 2 squared. Next, add the answer in step 4 to the answer in step 3, then simplify. Factor the resulting perfect trinomial on your left side. Apply square root property. Solve for x, then check. We have x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Step 1. We have the given. Step 2. Transform the equation. X squared minus 4x is equal to 5. Change the sign. It will become positive. Third step. So we have to divide, but in this situation, since the value of a is equal to 1, we will not anymore do this step. We will skip this one. And number 4, we have to determine the value of b, then apply the formula b over 2 quantity squared. So b is 4. Apply the formula 4 over 2, or 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 2 or 2 squared is equal to 4. Then add the answer in step 4 to the answer in step 3. So we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 5 plus 4. So we will add both sides, left and right side. Then simplify. So we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 9. Factor the resulting perfect trinomial on your left side. So we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 9. So just very easy. Just bring down x. What is the sign in the middle? It's minus. So copy the minus. That is your basis. In the sign, what is the sign in the factor? So again, copy x. Copy the sign in the middle. Bring down. Then take the square root of the last term. Take the square root of the last term. So square root of 4 is 2. So x minus 2. Then put them in a parenthesis. And put the exponent outside the parenthesis. And copy, bring down 9. So that will be our factor. Now apply square root property. So take the square root on both sides. Cancel the square root, cancel the exponent. So what will remain is x minus 2. Square root of 9 is, again remember, when taking the square root, there are two answers, positive and negative 3. So we have solved for x. So we will consider the positive and negative value. So we have x minus 2 is equal to positive 3. This will be the first. Then transfer 2 to the right side. That will be 3 plus 2. So x is equal to 5. Then second, x minus 2 is equal to negative 3. Transfer again 2 to the right side. So this will be minus. 3 minus 2 is 1, and the highest number is negative, so copy the negative sign. So x is equal to negative 1. And then check. Those are the values. It's just very easy. Now let's proceed. So we have x squared minus 10x plus 24 is equal to 0. So first step, given. Second step, transform the equation. Transfer 24. The sign will change. At this plus 24, that will become minus 24 or negative. Number 3. Again, same thing. A is 1. So we'll skip this step. To the next step. Determine the value of B is 10. And then apply the formula. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Add. So to the both sides of the answer in step number 3. So we have x squared minus 10x plus 25 is equal to negative 24 plus 25. Simplify. So we have equals to positive 1. X squared minus 10x plus 25 is equal to 1. We have step number 6. Factor the resulting perfect trinomial on your left side. So again, copy x, bring down, copy the sign of the middle term. Copy is minus, so bring down minus. Then square root of 25 is 5. Bring down 5. Put them in a parenthesis and put the exponent outside the parenthesis. Then bring down 1. Then apply square root property, both sides. Then remove the square root, remove the exponent. What will remain is x minus 5. Then take the square root of 1 is positive negative 1. Next, we have solve for x. So positive 1 and negative 1. So first is x is equal to 6 and second x is equal to 4. The checking. So our solution is correct. So if you want to be sure if your solution is correct, you can check it. If you are sure of your solution, then it's okay not to check also. Example number 3. X squared minus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. Given, transform the equation. Then we have, since a is 1, fourth, determine the value of b. B is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Add 9. Then simplify. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 2. We have step number 6. Factor the resulting perfect trinomial on your left side. Again, just bring down x without exponent. Then what is the sign in the middle? Negative. Bring down negative. Take the square root of the last term, which is 9. The answer is 3. So put parentheses, enclose them with parentheses. Then put the exponent outside. Then bring down 2. So we have the factor x minus 3, quantity squared is equal to 2. Then apply square root property, cancel the square root, cancel the exponent. Then we have x minus 3 is equal to positive negative square root of 2. Since we cannot take the square root of 2, then we'll just leave it that way. Then we'll have to solve for x. So we have x is equal to square root of 2 plus 3 or 3 plus square root of 2. Then we have x minus 3 is equal to negative square root of 2. Answer, negative square root of 2 plus 3 or 3 minus square root of 2. So you can rearrange the answers as long as it's comfortable for you. Whatever is comfortable, you can rearrange it as long as you write it the correct way. X squared plus 8x plus 9 is equal to 0. Then we have the given. We have to transform the given equation. Same thing. We will skip this step since a is equal to 1. Then let's proceed to step 4. The value of b is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Then add 16 to the answer in step 3. So we have to simplify. Then x squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to 7. Then we have to factor the resulting perfect trinomial. So we have x, bring down x. The sign of the middle is plus, so copy plus. Then take the square root of the last term, which is 16. The answer is 4. Put the parentheses. Put the exponent outside the parentheses. And bring down 7. Then apply square root property. So remove the exponent and the square symbol and parentheses. So we have x plus 4. The remaining expression is equal to positive negative square root of 7. Square root of 7, there's no square root of 7 because 7 is not a perfect square. So we will leave it that way. second to the last step. That will be solve for x. So transfer 4 to the other side, so that will be x is equal to square root of 7 minus 4 or negative 4 plus square root of 7. Then we have the second, x plus 4 is equal to negative 7. Then final answer, x is equal to negative 7 minus 4 or negative 4 minus square root of 7. So again, you can rearrange as long as the way you rearrange is also correct. Let us proceed to example number 5. As you can see, we have negative 2x squared plus 12x minus 20 is equal to 0. So what will we do is, we have step number 1, the given, and the given will be changed into positive. We need to make our a positive. So instead of negative 2, multiply all the terms by negative. So negative times negative, that will become positive. So we have 2x squared, positive 2x squared. Now positive negative to the middle term, that will be negative 12x, and then the minus 20 will become plus. So change now the given. We will change it into positive. Make sure that you need to change it into positive. That is the first thing that we need to do. Second, transform the equation, transfer the number. The sign will change. Remember that. Then now we can apply already step number 3. Since our a is 2, it's not 1, it's more than 1. So divide it. Divide all the terms by itself, 2. So cancel. 2 divided by 2 is cancel. So we have x squared, what will remain, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then negative 20 divided by 2 is negative 10. So that will be your new quadratic equation now. Fourth step, the value of b is 6 based on step number 3. Then 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9. Then step number 5, add. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to negative 10 plus 9. Simplify, then you have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 1. Then factor the resulting perfect trinomial on your left side. So again, bring down x, copy the sign in the middle, which is minus, then take the square root of the last term, which is 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so x minus 3, then put in parentheses together, then put the exponent outside the parentheses, and is equal to 1, bring down 1. 7, apply square root property, so we have x minus 3, remove the exponent and the square root symbol, and square root of 1 is positive, negative 1. So we have the solution, positive 1 and negative 1. The answer is x is equal to 4, then x is equal to 2. Last example, we have 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. Again, since it's already positive the given, so we will not transform it. Then we will not transform it into positive because it's already positive, your a. So what will we do is transform the given equation, transfer 1 to the right side. Plus 1, that will become negative 1. 2x squared plus 4x is equal to negative 1. Then we have to divide the equation by a since our a is greater than 1. So any number, if it is 3, divided by 3. If your a is 5, divided by 5. If your a is 6, divided by 6. So here in our a is 2. So divided by 2, then x squared. 4 divided by 2 is 2x. Negative 1 divided by 2 is just copy. You cannot divide. The answer will be decimal, so we will not put decimal. We will settle down with fraction. 4. The value of b is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So add x squared minus 2x plus 1, then negative 1 half plus 1. Simplify, so x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 1 half. Then factor the resulting perfect trinomial on the left side. So again, copy x, copy the sign of the middle, which is minus, then take the square root of the last term, which is 1. So that will be x minus 1 quantity, write the exponent outside the parentheses. Then we have applied the square root property. So take the square root of both sides, and then x minus 1, what will remain is positive negative square root of 2 over 2. So how come from square root of 1/2 it becomes positive negative square root of 2 over 2? So here is the process. Here is the process how it becomes like. So first we have to simplify that one. So we will separate the numerator and the denominator. So we will take the square root of 2 and square root of 1. Square root of 1 is positive negative 1. Now square root of 2, since 2 is not a perfect square, so we will leave it that way. But now take note that square root in denominator is not allowed. Thus we need to simplify it further. So now we have to multiply it by the denominator in fractional form. So whatever is your denominator, the denominator is square root of 2. Multiply it by itself in fractional form. So square root of 2 over square root of 2. If that is square root of 3, then multiply it by square root of 3 over square root of 3. So that's it. Now multiply the numerator. 1 times square root of 2 is still square root of 2. What we're doing is multiplying to its conjugate. So multiply numerator, numerator, denominator, denominator. So 1 times 2 is still positive negative square root of 2, because any number multiplied to 1 is itself. Now denominator, 2 times 2 is 4, so that will become square root of 4. We will only copy the radical sign or the square root symbol, multiply only the number inside, so 4. Simplify the denominator to remove the square root or radical sign. So square root of 4 is 2. So we have now positive negative square root of 2 over 2. So now we have x minus 1 is equal to positive negative square root of 2 over 2. Then simplify. So we have x minus 1 is equal to positive square root of 2 over 2 plus 1. So that is the first. And the second is x minus 1 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. Then transfer 1, so that will become x is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2 plus 1. And that's all.